Hey, Exile Skizix here, just coming up with a build update for the Crit Monk build or Invoker. I'm just going to go over some of the changes from the previous video. Um, I'm going to start with the tree. Due to due to the PoE2 community, there's some Ice Monk builds that are out there that were better than what I was doing for my other update. However, the goal for me is to still make this a Dex build. Endgame dex scaling build for attack speed and going CI to resolve resistances for chaos. Now, until gear can be acquired with lots of decks, I need more currency to craft or buy. So initially, from the big change is I've respec'd out of the Falcon technique, attack speed, dexterity. Uh, Mainly because I just can't get enough decks right now to outpace some of the other node tree. So removing this gave me um, 8 points, and I respec them into fences because I noticed getting into the higher tier map, or not higher tier, but tier 3 to 4 maps, I just needed evasion and energy shield, so I spec'd into spectral ward and um, shimmering energy shield and evasion. I also spec'd out of this crit node here to go up into the deep trance for reduced cost of skills. This really helps with mana sustain. And the attack speed gained from this is actually just a little bit less than what I was getting um, from using Falcon Technique. Uh, I think my attack speed with Falcon Technique was like 5.5 attacks per second, and now I'm at 4.98. So it was a little bit, but it's not enough with the defenses that I get change. And I'll be getting the interfaith for more evasion and maximum energy shield. So currently the build is hybrid with health and energy shield sitting around just over 3k, like 3.2k. Um, and yeah, it still feels just as good. I Attack speed is gonna make this build feel so much fluid. So that's why I want to try out doing attack speed dex scaling. Um, I did get my third Ascendancy doing the 3 trial of Sekimus. One of the things that I wish I would have done early on in the campaign is go for Lead Me Through Grace instead of Unbound Avatar. I still use Unbound Avatar now in maps, um, but this gives so much spirit, which allows the build to run additional orbs. So the bad thing about it is I can't get any spirit like this amulet, which I got today, is amazing. I used exalts on the base that had life and old res on it, and I got some additional. But the 11th spirit does not. I don't get it due to the lead me through grace. So the only way to increase spirit for this build is through evasion and energy shield on your chest piece. Um, so the better the chest piece gets, the more spirit you'll get. Um, these nodes down here are really good for increasing your evasion, especially from this. So like my armor chest piece is technically 1240 evasion rating. So that increases evasion enough to get me right now at 78%. I don't even know what the cap is. Um, but right now I'm at 78% at 7700 evasion rate. As far as the gear upgrades from last update, I did buy a staff. This I think was like 10 or 12x, maybe. I think it was like 10 or 12. This was a big upgrade from the previous one I was using. Helmet, most of the gear that I'm showing is just life resistances right now, with the base being energy shield, evasion energy shield bases. Helmet, chest piece, I always like socketing in Iron Rune, my chest piece and my weapon damage. Just shield rings again. Physical damage to attacks is a huge bonus to damage for this build because everything gets converted to cold. Not 100%, but majority of the damage is all cold coming from a strike. So I try to get some physical damage on any pieces of gear that allow it with resistances and life or energy shield. Resistance, life, or energy shield on gear is good. Gloves, physical damage to attacks and attack speed and life are the and for gloves. Belt, life, and energy shield. Boots, movement speed is always a top priority for boots, along with resistances and energy shield. Charm, I do cannot be stunned. Dashing into packs with shattering palm is just it's possible you'll get stunned, so the charm comes in handy. As far on to skills, so skills, shattering palm is what I use to pretty much traverse maps and get into the packs, apply these ice crystals to them, strike with ice strike, and everything goes boom. Wave of Frost is the oh shit button to get, kind of out of the pack, freeze things in front of you, dash back in, and kill everything. That's with Glacian and Deep Freeze. Shattering Palm has Execute for more damage with hits against enemies that are low life, Cold Exposure, and Ice Bite. For the main attack, I use Ice Strike. This is insane. It's got really good attack speed. The attack damage on it's really that is supported by Primal Armament for 25% more elemental damage. I'm doing mostly cold damage, so this scales really well with it. Martial Tempo for faster attack speed and cold. Ongoing support gems for this, I'm thinking probably Cold Penetration, Crescendo maybe for the third strike hit. Frost Bomb to apply cold exposure. However, I don't necessarily need that. I wanted to point this out in the tree. So I don't know if this is working or not, but if it is, it's insane, and penetration and everything for this build doesn't even matter. So heavy frost and thin ice. So when I freeze things, which is basically within 1 to 2 hits, including like bosses, is like drop the bell, start attacking, they're frozen within seconds. Elemental resistances are ignored on frozen enemies, and then all hits against them is increased by 50% increased damage. I mean, having this on the tree basically negates cold penetration, and um, this, I think, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I think these two nodes up here is massive. So check that out. It's really good. Um, Then I'll talk a little bit about the auras that I'm able to use with this. Due to lead me through grace and a really good armor piece running 3 auras. Main one is Herald of Ice, supported by Cold Mastery for +1 to skill, supported cold skills, and then magnified for bigger booms. Everything freezes, pop a couple ice strikes, everything goes. Wind Dancer, great defensive aura, increases my evasion by a lot. I mean, like currently, what's the evasion right now? It's 78% at 7,700. If I turn that off, it goes down to 69% and only 5,000. So it's a massive uh, increase. On. I will be getting Combat Frenzy in here. I'm kind of looking at how another person's doing a build with this. I'm not sure how I'm going to be making use of charges yet, but I'd like to incorporate them. Just once I figure that out, it's great for another. And then the third aura that I use is Ghost Dance. This is just consumes a shroud and then recovers energy shield equal to my evasion. 5% of the. So energy shield goes up and down nonstop while we're mapping. And for single target, basically I just go to the boss, drop a frost bomb to apply exposure, attack a few times, probably hit him with shattering palm, drop the bell, pop unbound avatar, and the boss is basically dead. I'm gonna do a little, not a little. I'm gonna do a map that has a boss, and breach. And I wanted to do breach because I think that this build shines in breach. It is just amazing. Hopefully I don't die. This build is not survivable that easily. It's difficult to kill me, but I mean it can chaos damage just wrecks, especially on death effects. I think everybody's dealing with that right now though. Um, that's about it for the tree. Skill gems. I'm just gonna go ahead and showcase the build. I've got this map kind of ready to go. It's not. It's just a blue map, but it's got a boss and a breach in it. It's a tier 4. Let's see what we can do. Ooh, I don't see something happened there. I don't know what that was. Surprised I didn't die right there. Probably shouldn't have went. See that? Oh my gosh, it feels so good. Boom. Boom. And if I really do. Oh crap. No. My hand off the board. I'll probably loot after the map, so yeah, just keep going. Showcase it some more. There are a couple close calls there. Breaches can get pretty insane, especially with a couple of rares that are just raining stuff down. Chaos damage comes in and can so wipe me so quickly. It's not. I'm not a fan of it. Oh, attack! Some optimizations that need to happen. The locking on is really weird. I play mouse keyboard still. I don't do WASD. I can't hop on the WASD train. Um. All right, single target. Beautiful. So that is it. That is my Ice Cold Monk build. Whenever I get any kind of major updates to it or find something awesome, I will provide some updates. If you have any questions, comment in the video, like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day.